Hi guys. I look terrible. Please disregard that. It's probably, I think it's like 11 at night, so I don't look very good. I thought I would get on here and kind of give an update on what's been going on with me. I don't know. I'm not pregnant. Not that I know of, at least. I haven't tested, but I really, when you kind of are having symptoms and you're kind of on the fence on should I test, should I not. I think the symptoms are going away, but then something happens that you're like, well, maybe I should test. That's kind of where I'm at. I will probably get a test, $1 test, next weekend and test. Let's see. I have a paper here that I wrote down stuff so I could kind of keep track of it. My last real period was August 9th through the 15th. That was normal. That came on its own. I've been having my period every 90 some days, which is a lot better than what I was having. What was that? That was like every 5 months, if that. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. So it's been every 90 some days, pretty regular. 1 minute. I'm going to move this, my giant finger there. I'm going to move that right there and set it on the arm of the chair. I think I ovulated around September 14th. I was taking my temperature every morning. During the week, my husband wakes up at 4:30 and I wake up with him. So Monday through Thursday, I took my temperature at 4:30 every morning. And then Friday through Sunday, it was around the same times. Not 4:30, but like same times on those days. Between 7:30 and 9 o'clock. And so I was testing, and it had been in the 96s, and then all of a sudden it went to 97s. And it stayed up until, let me see here. Temps went up after ovulation and stayed really high until the 18th of October this month. I wasn't able to take my temperature the 17th because I was at the hospital with my sister-in-law. She had her baby. So I didn't even sleep that night. Like, she had a C-section, but I drank coffee and I think excitement and everything else. I wasn't able to sleep, which was okay because I was able to help her out. Excuse me. And so I didn't temp that day. So I don't know if my temperature was lower Thursday morning. I don't know. I took my temperature that Friday, and it happened in the 97s and 97s when I first woke up. And normally my temperatures are, when I first wake up, it's in the 96s. And because I think I have a progesterone problem and just hormone fluctuations. And so it's been in the 96s. And then when I'm up and moving about, it would be in the 97s. After I think that I ovulated and CM kind of made me think that I had ovulated too. My temps were in the 97s when I first woke up, and they would go to like 97.7, or it would go to 98 something. I had one day where I was, I had a little bit of a cold, so I wondered if that was something to do with it. And my temperature was 98.8. I didn't feel like I had a fever or anything, but that's very high for me. But I had several days that were in the 98s, just moving around. Let me see here. October 8th, I kind of felt kind of sicky. I woke up with my husband at 4:30, and it wasn't I'm gonna puke sick. It was just an unsettled, I don't feel good at all. Once I laid down and I went back to sleep after he left, I was okay. I woke up and I was alright the rest of the day. And I've had other things, but that was like one of the things that popped out to me, like, well, that was odd. That normally doesn't happen, and it really hasn't happened since. I've had little tiny areas of nauseousness, but I think some of them have been caused from headache and stuff like that. October 17th through the 25th, which is today, I think, I've had spotting. Like I said, my periods have been coming every 90-some days. I think I'm on cycle day 77. So that's odd for it to come this early. Yes, it's been spotting. It was light red on the 17th when I came home from the hospital. I was so tired. And I went to the bathroom, and it wasn't even enough to get on a pad. I've been wearing a pad, but it's barely gotten on my pad at all. I told my midwife about it, and she wanted me to test, but I'm a rebel and I haven't yet. I've had several women ask me, how can you stand not testing? And I've taken so many tests, I've seen so many negatives, sorry, the camera's moving again, that I just don't want to do it. Unless I absolutely know that I'm pregnant, or there's a pretty big possibility. And even though it would be a $1 test and I'd only be spending $1, I don't want to waste the money. So, I had light red spotting on the 17th, which it went away that night. I woke up the next morning fully expecting period to be coming on. Went grocery shopping, and when I got home, I was having brown spotting. I mean, it was dark brown. Sorry if that's TMI. But it was dark brown, and every once in a while I'd use the restroom, and it was like I'd have there would be slight red streaks in it. And that was on the 18th. On the 19th I had brown spotting again, which it was mostly just brown that day. And on the 20th I had light red to pinkish spotting. And since then it's just been slight spotting, and it's been just pinkish and maybe every once in a while a little bit of red. But it almost looks like it's clear cervical mucus, sometimes with red streaks in it. I don't know what day it was, but my husband and I BD'd, and it almost, it was very uncomfortable. It was almost like the walls of my vagina were very tender. Sorry, TMI again, but hey, isn't that what we're here for? We're telling, it's trying to have a baby. You're going to hear a lot of stuff like that. And I thought that was odd. I've never had that before. I haven't had it since. That was just that one day. I've had one night this past week. I went to bed and I could tell my boobs were a little bit bigger. And normally my left boob is a little bit bigger than my right. Well, this time they were about the same. And I normally like to lay on my stomach, but that night I was like, my boobs were so sore I couldn't. So I had to sleep on my side and my back. And I've noticed that I don't think they're as big, or if they're the same, I haven't noticed it. Like, they're not bothering me as much. They're not as tender. Now, they're still a little tender, but for me messing with them, that's okay. They don't bother me. So I don't know if that's something to do with the spotting or what. Ate supper last night. Okay, let's see. That was at 4 something in the afternoon. And I would be fine. I could eat, but I wouldn't be starving. At 10 o'clock last night, I was getting nauseous. I was, my mouth was starting to salivate, and I felt like I was going to puke. And I could tell I was hungry. And there was a couple hot dogs in the fridge, so I heated them up, and I just ate them with some mustard, just like that. And I didn't even taste them. I scarfed them down. And then had some chips and cheese with my husband. And then I was fine. But it's just little tiny things like that that you start to think, okay, I'm not pregnant. This is just a really odd period. And then crazy things like that happen, and you're like, well, wait a minute. What's up with that? Well, that was a strange thing to happen. So, just to make sure and to get it off my mind, I plan on testing next weekend. We're having my son's birthday party, so I don't know if it will be exactly next weekend or just sometime after next weekend. But, if it's a negative, I probably won't get on here and say anything. So if you don't hear from me, not pregnant. But if it's a positive, I will do another vlog and tell you all and let you all know what's going on. And I am sorry. It has been a long time since I've been on here, but nothing's really changed with me. Like I said, it's been 77 days since I had my last period and wasn't pregnant last time. So we haven't changed anything. Nothing's really changed. I've just been focusing on, my sister-in-law was wanting to do a vaginal birth, but her daughter, okay, let's see if I can pronounce this right, was swimming in her meconium. I think that's how they pronounce it. That tar, sticky poop that they poop out after they're born. She had none left in her system. She had pooped it out all in the womb. So she'd been swimming in this for a week or two. My sister-in-law had been taking stress tests and the sonogram tests for weeks. And a week, let's see, she was born last Wednesday. Not this past, but the 16th. She was born the 16th. Sorry, it's very late. My brain isn't wanting to work. She was born on the 16th. Well, the week before that, the Wednesday before that, we had went to the doctor. I went with him, and she basically failed her sonogram test and her stress test. And the nurses, you could tell they were nervous, but nobody did anything about it. And the doctor came in, he checked her fundal height. She was 38 weeks, and he checked her fundal height, and that was it. And she had really high blood pressure. She's diabetic, and she has high blood pressure. She has PCOS and lots of stuff. She's overweight. So, but instead of running more tests, like sending her to get more tests ran, he just sent her home and told her to take double of her blood pressure medicine. And when she actually had her on the 16th, they told her she had severe hypertension. Like, her blood pressure was really going high. And so when they actually induced her. On the 16th, we went for just a doctor's appointment. Was not expecting anything. Didn't take our bags with us or anything. And got there, she failed the sonogram test again. Praise God, the doctor that had been there the week before was on vacation, so it was a different doctor. And got there, and she failed the sonogram test. He came in and checked. He looked, and he said, all right, we're sending you upstairs. So they started to induce her. She was not dilated at all. They were going to use these Cytotec, I think that's what it's called, Cytotec pills that they place right under her cervix, and it would dissolve and help soften her cervix and help her dilate. And they were going to do one of those every 4 hours and only 4 pills. So 16 hours. So we were looking for a long night, because she was already having contractions, like, right after they put this Cytotec pill, right up against her cervix. And the thing was, why they gave her the C-section, other than the meconium, which I don't think they knew about that until they got her out. Every time she would have a contraction, the baby's heartbeat would drop like it was supposed to, but it wouldn't go back up like it should have afterwards. So they did a C-section, and she's fine. She is healthy. She does have a little bit of a cold and an eye infection, but that was just, normal. Mommy and Daddy had colds, and she's doing good. So that's what I've been focusing on my family, my son's 5th birthday, and there's been quite a few pregnancy announcements on my Facebook, and I'm happy for the people, but then it still stings. So that's what I've been up to. Sorry I haven't been in contact for a while. I will try to make more videos. I have a boring life, and I don't know what to videotape. So maybe when my son gets all of his birthday presents, I'll do a video of what he got. Like a birthday haul. I don't know. Maybe I'll let him do that for you. I think he might have fun with that. But yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Sometimes I can't answer the comments right away because my phone won't let me actually reply back to the people very easily. I have to get on my computer and do it. So if I don't respond back right away, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I need a little time to do it. So yeah, that's it. So I hope you all are having a wonderful start to your weekend, and have a blessed evening and a blessed rest of your weekend. Bye.